Guys, what is going on? We are live. Welcome to my review for tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw. We certainly have a lot to talk about coming out of this episode of Raw, and I have to say, it wasn't perfect, but there was actually a fair amount of stuff that I did enjoy on this show, which, says a lot considering what we usually get from Raw on a week in and week out basis. I actually thought the build to SummerSlam tonight made sense. We had several matches announced. I thought a really strong angle to get me actually interested in the Universal Championship scene. So I have a lot that I want to talk about when it comes to this episode of Raw. So it's been a long time since I've done a live review for Monday Night Raw, but considering what the lineup looked like on paper heading into this show, I figured tonight would be the night to come up here and bring you guys a live Raw review. And like I said, if Raw is worth talking about, I will gladly come up here and do live reviews. That's just been the thing. It's just been lately. Raw has been more often than not a chore to sit through. But tonight, I thought Raw was enjoyable. And if you guys are tuning in now, I want to say come on in. Be sure to join. Be sure to participate in the live chat. Let me just get the links tweeted out here as well. So if you all are tuning in, I want to say thank you again for watching here on youtube.com/DanielGuys412. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw episode 1366 from the Verizon Center in North Little Rock, Arkansas. So just give me a minute, guys, here to get this link tweeted out. Like I said, if you're just joining me in the live chat, welcome. And without further ado, let's dive right into the Monday Night Raw results here. So we kicked things off here on Raw. We had what was dubbed a mixed tag team mosh pit match. So essentially it was almost like a gauntlet, or not a gauntlet match. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm blanking here. The guys surround the ring. God, I can't think of the word right now. But a lumberjack match. I don't know why I was just blanking there. Just my brain just didn't really want to work today. So we had this mixed tag team mosh pit match to kick off Raw for the 24/7 championship, which I easily find to be the highlight of Raw every single week. That along with Firefly Funhouse. We didn't get any of that tonight on Raw, but I have a feeling they are saving that for SmackDown Live tomorrow night. So we had Mosh Pit Tag Team match. R-Truth and Carmella defeated Drake Maverick and his newly married wife, Renee. R-Truth picked up Maverick, pinned him for the win, and after the match, because during the match, 24/7 title was not on the line. Once the match ended, it was fair game. Everybody that was around ringside guarding the ring piled onto R-Truth. The ref went 1, 2, 3. Mike Kanellis was named the new 24/7 champion. Backstage, he runs back into the locker room, and his wife Maria goes into the same room. And believe it or not, this is what was said on Monday Night Raw, and I quote, Maria yells that if Mike doesn't open the door, she's going to kick him in the vagina. That's right. We heard that uttered on Monday Night Raw. Well, that certainly wasn't PG. Let me tell you that. What's going on, Jack? Thanks for tuning in. Good to hear from you. It's been a while. I hope everything is well. Thanks for tuning in for this live Raw review. But yeah, 24/7 antics tonight. Eventually, later on in the show, Maria pinned Mike Kanellis to win the 24/7 championship. So the hilarity, the antics ensue. I don't know where this is leading because, of course, Maria's pregnant and she's saying she's going to have to go for her OBGYN appointment. Yay. So it's like, how the hell are they going to get the belt off of her now? It really makes you wonder. This gauntlet match. Winner gets a U.S. title shot at SummerSlam. Rey Mysterio taking on Ricochet, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Andrade Cien Almas. Mysterio and Cesaro opened up. And this was some pretty good stuff right here. I wouldn't mind seeing these two have a nice little program because Cesaro, goes without saying, Rey Mysterio, one of the greatest all-time luchadors. But Mysterio was able to hit the frog splash on the win, so Cesaro is eliminated. After that, Sami Zayn immediately gets in the ring, attacks Rey Mysterio. He goes for the haluva kick, but Rey is able to pick up the small package on Sami Zayn for the win, and he's eliminated just like that. We then have Andrade Cien Almas versus Rey Mysterio. Always enjoy seeing those two in the ring together. They have tremendous chemistry. Andrade hits the Three Amigos, hits the Hammerlock DDT for the pin. Rey Mysterio is out. Afterwards, he ripped off Rey Mysterio's mask, and for a brief second, we saw Rey Mysterio's face on Monday Night Raw. So I was like, oops, I'm pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen. But be that as it may, came down to Andrade and Ricochet. Boy, was this fun to watch these two just go back and forth, trading punches and near falls and high-flying antics, and Ricochet landed the backflip kick. Andrade hit with the spinning back elbow. Ricochet went for the inverted Rana and crushed Andrade with the 630 for the win. So your winner and number one contender for the United States Championship. We're going to get a rematch between Ricochet and AJ Styles at SummerSlam. So I'm really looking forward to seeing those two tear it up. I thought they had a good match, not quite the level, match I thought they could have at Extreme Rules, but I think when it comes to SummerSlam, they will certainly go all out for that match. So I am looking forward to Ricochet versus AJ Styles 2 on pay-per-view at SummerSlam. So good addition to the card right there. We then have, of course, I talked about the antics with Maria winning the 24/7 championship. We then had this moment of did I say that? Moment of bliss, where Alexa Bliss showed video footage of Fit Finlay before Raw, teaching Natalya how to escape the disarmor. Becky Lynch slid in the ring, kneed Finlay in the nuts, put Natty in the disarmor, and Bliss, Becky Lynch appears on Titantron. They go back and forth. I really am not a fan of these Moment of Bliss segments. Has there ever been a good one yet? I don't know. To me, they just feel like filler and a waste of time, but maybe that's just me. So that was that. I did like the triple threat for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have the Revival versus the Usos versus they call them the OC, but I'm still calling them the Club. So the match kind of started off slow here. It was really mostly the Usos and the Revival early on in this match. And then Gallows leveled Jay with a clothesline out on the floor. Eventually, Anderson and Gallows get in there after the commercial break. Bodies begin flying everywhere. Wilder and Anderson fall over the top rope during a suplex. So that was kind of a scary spot there. Jimmy goes for a frog splash. Gallows tags himself in. The Revival hit the Shatter Machine. But they're not the legal man. Club come in, hit the Magic Killer on Jimmy for the win. So the Club racking up all the gold here on Monday Night Raw. They are now your new Raw Tag Team Champions, along with AJ Styles being United States Champion as well. So I was hoping that the Club would pick up the win here. I kind of wish there was more build to it, but hey, still was nice to see the Club become two-time Tag Team Champions here. We then had Viking Raiders take on a pair of jobbers, and they hit them with the Viking Experience for the win. I really wish they had more character development for the Viking Raiders. It's like, who are these guys? Like, we know they can beat up a bunch of jobbers. Can we see them in more competitive matches? Can we get some character development for that? I mean, it's the whole Viking, the Norse, mythology. There's a lot behind that you could get into, that you could come up with something that's creative, that's compelling, that's different, that makes people want to know, oh, who are these guys and what are they all about? Why are they here and why do they want to kick ass? Why do they want to dominate the tag team division? It's like Authors of Pain. In NXT, they built them up. When they got to the main roster, poof, all of that went away and we got Authors of P. Still upsets me. So be that as it may, it's just like, I don't know what the hell they're doing with the Viking Raiders. This was weird. Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. So originally it was Becky Lynch versus Alexa. Bliss is clutching at her ankle after Becky counters the Bliss countered the disarmer, and it looked like she had an injury. Ankle onto her ankle. Ref calls for the match. Lynch wins via forfeit. I give Alexa credit here. I actually thought she was legitimately injured. So after the match, Cross challenges Lynch. We come back. Becky Lynch versus Nikki Cross. Lynch gets the win after hitting the manhandle slam. After the match, Bliss runs down to the ring and attacks Lynch. So Nikki Cross, Becky Lynch, 2-on-1 to Becky Lynch. Natalya hits the ring, puts Lynch in the sharpshooter, and then she said she wants to challenge Lynch to a submission match, but she knows Lynch would never accept it, so Natalya isn't going to make the challenge, possibly teasing that a submission match between Becky Lynch and Natalya for SummerSlam. Kind of lukewarm on that feud there. I'm much more interested in Bayley versus Ember Moon and the eventual announcement, assuming we're going to get it tomorrow on SmackDown, of Trish Stratus returning to her hometown of Toronto to take on Charlotte. That is a match I'm very much looking forward to. We then move on here to Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. Match is going, Seth Rollins, Ziggler, they're not going to have a bad match. It's a match that I've seen way too many times. But the one thing that I did like, and I have no idea where this is going at all. Okay, gotta love when technology shits the bed, don't you? Well, I'm just going to edit these two videos together. I apologize for that delay. My computer decided to just completely freeze on me in the middle of my live stream. So picking it up back here, I was talking about Brock Lesnar coming down to the ring. Actually, I was talking about Ziggler versus Rollins. So Ziggler came out to HBK's music and referred to himself as the show stealer. So I did like that kind of troll job by Ziggler, kind of mocking HBK there. And, of course, here, towards the end of the match, Brock Lesnar comes down to the ring. Ziggler grabs the foot of Rollins. Lesnar attacks Rollins. He German suplexes him over and over again. He F5s him into the ring post. It was vicious. It was brutal. It was awesome. He grabbed a chair, hit him several times across the back with the chair, F5 Rollins 3 times with the chair in the ring. And Rollins is, bleeding blood, spitting it up. They put him in the ambulance backstage. We have Rollins, looks like he's going to be wheeled out. The ambulance stops. Brock Lesnar's in front of the ambulance. He pulls out Rollins and F5s him onto the stretcher on the concrete. So that was freaking awesome. Personally, I felt like that should have closed the show there. However, the show kept going. We have what was supposed to be a Samoan summit between Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. Never took place. We had an 8-man brawl with Reigns and Joe going at it. McIntyre came out. Cedric Alexander came out. He dove off the top of the stage. We had the club come out, the Usos. So if this leads to perhaps an 8-man tag team match at SummerSlam or on Raw next week, because it makes you wonder, what are they going to do with Reigns and Joe? I mean, there's only so much you can do with so many guys. And I think the best way to, if you're going to want to throw them all on the card, and we only have a week out, might be an 8-man tag team match. You know what? I'd be okay with that. Like I said, I'd rather have that than 14 to 15 matches up and down the SummerSlam card. So that's how we closed out Raw here, guys. But I also thought they should have closed out with the Lesnar Rollins segment. However, I have to say this was one of the better episodes of Raw in a while. And if you guys go on my Twitter at DanielGeyser412, be sure to vote in my poll there. Looking at the poll results right now, 7 votes, 86% thumbs up, 14% thumbs down. So my grade for tonight's episode of Raw, I would probably give it a B. It was definitely a lot better than the last couple of episodes we've gotten in a while. So that is my thoughts on Raw. I do apologize for the live streaming issues. I hope to fix that in the near future. So I will be looking to correct that, and I will be merging these two videos together. That way my Raw review will be all in one area. So that does it for this live Raw review. I want to say thank you for watching this video. Be sure to follow me here on Twitter at DanielGeyser412 for all my latest thoughts. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/DanielGeyser1994. Links can be found down below in the description box. And be sure to check out the Kane Action Team. That is KaneActionTeam.com as well. So until then, guys, thanks for watching this Raw review, and I am out.